Alright, so welcome to our first official tier list video, huzzah.
Huzzah.
Welcome, Lawrence and Adrian. So, in theory, this should be relatively uncontroversial, I think. I'm not quite sure.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
We're gonna fight to the death over candy.
First up, we have Airheads.
Oh, that's Airheads?
I fucking love Airheads. I love sour candy.
I was just about to say, I don't like sour candy.
You don't like sour candy? See, audience, this is why we're gonna fight.
So yeah, I don't know, because I would want to say, because it's not bad, right? Like, I've had Airheads before, and I can acknowledge that it's not a bad candy, right? But I don't particularly like it, so I would put it at like a C. What do you guys think?
Me and Adrian who are bumping it up because we like it.
I mean, personally, I'd put Airheads in S if it was just me.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I fucking love Airheads.
I would put it at like a high A.
So, okay, so in theory, if we were to average out all three of these things, we're somewhere in between a B and an A.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
All right, we'll put that in A then. It would go into S if I didn't not like them, I think. All right.
Fair enough.
Reese's Pieces.
Sorry.
The actual name is Reese's Pieces, technically.
It's like a C tier for me. They're okay. They're just shitty M&Ms.
I was just about to say I actually like them better than M&Ms.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I personally do.
I'd still stand with C tier for me.
Lawrence?
I'll say C tier because for me M&Ms would be like B tier.
Really?
And I like M&M more than Reese's Pieces.
All right. So then we got Hubba Bubba Bubble Tape.
I feel like it's B tier. I like it.
Hold on, is it that exact flavor or?
We mean flavor? You mean brand?
No, the flavor. Because I don't know. Because when I buy that, I always get the green apple, which.
Green apple, I would definitely say is better.
I would agree.
Do they
it's what the
still
cool kids
make bubble
use.
tape?
Yeah, they still make it. You can find them at like gas stations and things.
You can also get the generic stuff at like movie theaters.
True.
You know, if you went to a movie theater nowadays.
Well, I want to say I worked at a movie theater. I haven't seen bubble tape in years.
Really?
It's fair. Okay. That's fair.
Which is why I was asking, do they still make them?
I guess no. I'm thinking of sour strips, not bubble tape. It's my bad.
Oh, sour strips are definitely sold in theaters.
Yeah, in those like bins, you can just fill up the bag and put them in the fucking receptionist.
So
and they're crazy expensive, so I recommend not doing that.
Yeah, well,
I personally would put this behind Reese's Pieces.
Behind Reese's Pieces in the C tier?
In C tier, yeah. Because the idea is that we have the rankings, and then whichever is closer to the letter is better.
I would still say low B tier. Like I would put it above Reese's Pieces.
So I'm the tiebreaker then.
More or less. I mean, this is. It seems to be that this is how it's gonna be for pretty much the entire tier list of kind of differing opinions that will eventually average out to something that Zach doesn't like, which is fine.
Well, now that I think about it, I would probably get Reese's Pieces first before original flavor bubble tape.
Well, it's just the concept of bubble tape, right?
The concept of bubble tape.
Yeah, so like if
higher.
you think of bubble tape and you like bubble tape in general more than you like Reese's Pieces, we can put it on B. Oh my god.
Well, if only bubble tape existed like somewhere around me, I would probably rate it higher, but I think for now I'll rate it lower because I don't know if I have been tainted by nostalgia.
Okay. I straight up have no idea what this is.
Or
that looks like I feel like I've
candy.
seen that before, but I actually had it before. I think it's like a protein thing for like old people.
Lawrence.
This is. All right,
It's hard to
What
look
is
up
that?
because they have the full thing. It's cropped. You can't even see what the full title is.
Right, but at least you got like the middle, so you can look up candy and then like, I don't know, oh gran. I have no idea what this is.
Oh, grand candy.
So like for now I'm gonna put it in D. Just because I have no idea.
Oh, 100 grand candy.
Oh,
I've heard of that. I haven't had it. I hear
Yeah,
it's good, but I don't know.
What is
Again,
it?
I haven't had it.
I haven't.
Is this
I
an
haven't
old
had
person
these before.
candy?
Probably.
This looks like an old person candy.
Are we putting this in D? So Bazooka Joe bubblegum. This is the bubble gum that, if I remember correctly, was specifically designed to, like, not only blow bubbles, but blow bubbles that were really loud. Am I correct in that? I don't remember.
I don't know, but like as far as gums go, it's I like a C, low C, high D maybe.
This
Really?
looks like old man gum.
It is old man gum.
All right, like, so I mean, it should be noted I haven't had this. Like, I just heard about it before. So Adrian, you sound like you're more familiar. Can you describe it? Like,
yeah.
is it like why is it not great?
It tastes like very simple gum that has an initial shock of like, oh, this is some sugary gum, and then meat is like, it's rubber. It's just rubber now.
So it loses
gum.
its flavor super quick.
It loses flavor super quick, and then the texture afterward is like, yeah, this tastes like construction rubber. This tastes like stuff that I would formulate to make bubbles with, but also does not taste good.
Okay, so
It tastes so hollow afterwards.
In that case, I don't know. I want to put it below the 100 grand, because at least like
You
I'm
know-
just going off the picture. It's full of caramel and shit.
Yeah, it's
That's
chocolate nuts.
You know how in fucking Dark Souls when you die your character gets all withered and gross? That's how it feels to chew Bazooka Joe gum after.
Oh my god.
like it brings up that imagery for me of like I feel like one of those characters would be chewing Bazooka Joe.
Oh, that's really funny. Actually, I like that.
So yeah, I'm not a big fan.
Okay.
Lawrence, have you had it?
No, I haven't. I'm just
well, that's just
looking
me
at
then.
these off of the picture.
It's just me then.
All right. Next up are Gobstoppers.
Oh, okay. I give him like a
I would say I
low
think
B,
they're
high
fine.
C.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once again,
can't
I
go
think.
wrong with it.
So do we want to? I mean, we could just put it in B because I feel similarly to these as I feel at Reese's Pieces. So I'm willing to put it as B, right? Since we
You know
all
what?
agree.
I'm thinking about it. I would put it in like high C tier, maybe low. I would put in high C before I put in low B tier. But if you guys want to go with B, I'm fine with that.
How do you feel, Lawrence?
I'm feeling low B, and considering nothing else is on B.
Sure.
Oh.
We can reorganize these later. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
Sour Patch Kids.
Oh,
High B, low A.
Adrian
that
loves
doesn't-
his sour.
That's not as
I
high
told
as
you I
was
love
going.
sour candy.
I was gonna go straight up for S.
Oh wow,
Yeah, cause like when I go grocery shopping,
that's
if I
fair.
see that
That's fair.
and I'm feeling it, I'm definitely gonna buy it.
I mean, they're good. I don't know if I'd say them as god tier, but they're pretty good. I'm not
Well, I mean,
opposed
it's
to A. I
S.
think S might be a bit far for me, but I can see where you're coming from. Yeah.
How about we put it in low A, like low A for what we have right now, just purely because once again I don't really like sour, so I'm just like I'm dragging it a little bit.
All right,
Okay. Yeah.
I can
All right.
accept that.
Frickin' hot tamales.
Candy's not supposed to be spicy.
Exact-
D tier.
I don't
Who makes
like-
spicy candy? That's
Hell no.
ridiculous. I'm
So
going
we're
to
all in
say-
agreement with that.
I'm going to say that this is the lowest D tier that we have so far because it's a
I
crime.
agree.
If you
I
go
agree.
trick or treating and you get hot tamales, you trade that out
I
Exactly.
with the other kids. No one wants the hot tamales.
All right, Tootsie Pops. I love
Ooh,
Tootsie
classic.
Pops. These
Really?
I love them to probably an unreasonable degree, and I even got to the point where instead of like waiting to like suck on them and lick them or whatever, I would just like put them near my molars and just crush them, just so that way I could eat.
I was gonna say I actually don't like the weird filling inside of these.
Well, the weird filling inside is just a Tootsie Roll. Hello, Saba.
I don't know. It's just I'm not a fan of mixing those two. Like when you're, when I get a lollipop, I expect to just suck it the entire time and then crunch it later, not have this like chewy in the middle. Like
I don't know. I'm
not
kind
great
of
on
digging
these.
that chewy middle.
I was just about to say that's kind of a selling point.
You guys
for
have
me.
ever had? I know what we're talking about, like those lollipops that are like green apple and the inside's caramel. You ever had those?
Oh,
I've never
I
had
also
that.
don't like those.
So those are S. No, I don't. But those are S tier.
Those
Tootsie,
are
I
S
don't
tier.
care.
Give me one
usually get those
Tootsie.
at Ike sandwiches.
Oh, I love
Toots-
Ike sandwiches.
Tootsie,
Yeah,
I
you know
would-
what's up, Lawrence.
For me, Tootsie is like at a C tier.
Yeah, Tootsies are on the lower
Personally.
end in general, like the overall thing.
I mean, Tootsie Candy, just the chewy, like, chocolate candy, I think that's fine. But Tootsie Pop, specifically, I'd put it, like, C tier for me.
That's like stuff as a kid I had. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
entertain child.
So we're split on this. So me and Saba don't like Tootsie Pop, where it sounds like Lawrence and Zach, especially Zach does.
I would,
I'm like
well,
mid-tier.
I wasn't gonna put it in like S tier or anything like that, but I would definitely put this in high A.
I would say B
Okay.
then.
I would say C for me. So Lawrence,
I
how about
also
you?
would say A.
All right,
So
let's
just do what I want and just
compromise.
put it in
and-
B.
I'm about to say let's compromise and just say high B.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, sure.
All right, what? This is a sweet tart.
Okay, good.
I
I've
can't think
made
of
it.
the
It
last-
seems like I've made it at a good point where all my favorites have not been yet decided.
Well, we
Good.
just started.
Hang on,
Alright.
is this what I'm thinking of?
Is this what I? Oh, it is what I'm thinking.
Is this the
Yeah.
chalky
Wait a
one,
second.
or is this the chalky one, or is this the string?
Sweet tarts? It's sweet tarts?
It
No, no, no.
looks
Sweet
like-
tarts are different. You're thinking of sweeties.
Oh,
which
these
is
are the-
later.
These are the
Sweet-
chalky
Oh.
ones. These are like the little hard candies. Okay, these
no,
are
no,
like
no,
okay.
those are sweeties. That's this thing down here.
No, I know.
No,
I
it's-
know
they're
what you're talking
they're
about.
the
These
same
are just
type
the
of candy.
non-chalky ones.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought sweet tart.
Yeah.
I thought sweet tart was like a tube of candy that was like
Yeah.
all one big piece, and then you ate
Well,
it.
that's the same brand. but
Wow,
different
it's the
candies.
same thing. All right, never mind. I had no idea what
I mean,
this was,
I mean,
guess.
I would say the one that's coming up later is a lot more chalky. These are less powdery, so I actually like these more.
I
So
would
I
put
almost
these
feel
on the same level.
like I almost feel like this one and then the sweeties, whichever level we put, they'll both be on the same level, and then this one will just be better than that.
Yeah,
I
just
would
think we
agree
could
with
get rid
that.
of both of them.
So
the
what
same time.
level do we think sweet tarts goes on?
It's like a high C, low B.
Yeah, I would say
Okay.
high C, low B. as
Low
well.
B.
Okay, then go low B.
So like here.
Seems like with more
Are
gray,
you
yeah, and then put
really, you guys? So okay, so you guys are telling me that you like the sweeties, the chalky garbage nothing that they give like school kids when they don't actually want to spend money, over freaking Reese's Pieces?
I
I
don't
was
like
not
Reese's
here for
Pieces.
that. But I'm not gonna make my input because the decision's
I don't
already
like
been
Reese's
made.
Pieces.
No,
I think
Saba,
they're
you're
shitty
allowed to
M&Ms.
make the input. We can still adjust these, but it's just like,
Especially
does
since we're gonna go
does
back
Adrian-
and look over it.
Does Adrian really hate the taste of peanut butter that much that he would rather eat slightly
Chalk.
sweetened chalk?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like the chalk a little bit, but I
kinda
don't.
likes the
But it's, I'm neutral on the chalk more than
I
I,
like
am
chalk.
more than I like dislike Reese's Pieces.
Oh, Mikey's here.
I like peanut butter. It's
expect
just
you
that
to
Reese's
suck the
Pieces
entire
don't feel
time.
right.
You should.
They don't feel right?
They're
What does
like
that
not
mean?
committed to peanut butter.
I think this is a very
non-committal.
subjective opinion right now, and it's a bit weird.
Like you get
Opinion.
peanut M&Ms. You get like fuck it. I don't know. I just don't like them.
Can I say, or can I
Sure.
argue
Nice
that
beat.
we put these will be high C, and then this will be here?
I'm fine with that.
Everyone okay with
I
that?
like that.
Because
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
actually
okay with
okay
that.
with sweet tarts being better than Reese's Pieces. Like, I'm okay with that. But these
Right.
things, definitely not.
I can see why, because you saying that they'd be in the same rank, I don't know if I'd agree with that, because I can definitely see people not liking the chalk a lot worse than the like sweet tart non-powdery ones.
Yeah.
So like, I'd be okay if the chalk ones are way lower, because I can see people wouldn't like them. I just kind of have a weird.
Put it
I don't know, I
high,
kinda like
high
them
D.
personally. I could agree with that. I'm not offended by that, but
He's not offended by it.
Because,
Good
I
job,
mean,
guys.
when you
did
compare
it.
everything else that's in D tier, the 100 grand, none of us had it. Well, actually, Saba, have you had 100 grand?
Yeah, that's pretty decent actually.
Oh, really?
If what I'm thinking about, because sometimes I confuse these with.
I thought this was like a payday.
See, yeah, that's the thing. I confuse these. I might be confusing those two together.
it's on the same tier as a Heath bar. Where like, who the fuck is having these?
No. Heath bar.
I'm sorry,
Heath bar is
Adrian.
different.
Heath is like. Heath
Wow.
bar is like an A to an S for me. So.
Are
Wow,
you
I've never had
these
kidding?
fucking
All right,
things.
we're getting there
I love
eventually.
toffee.
We're getting there eventually. Moving on. Orange slices.
I've never had these.
I've had these on road trips. It's straight up like it's like, imagine, you know that like sour powder that they put, or not powder, but like those sour crystals that they put on Sour Patch Kids? Imagine that, but it's citrusy instead of sour.
I mean, that's probably, it'll taste good, but I would never go out of my way to buy these.
Yeah, these seem like a C tier for me.
I 100% agree. I have never gone out and specifically gotten these, but I've gotten them quite often on like road trips. So I would be okay with these being like low C.
Okay,
yeah, that's my gut. Fun Dip. I kind of like these.
Fun Dip is fine.
Low A? It's like a childhood favorite.
Really? Okay.
I
would put it at...
You want to put Fun Dip above freaking Tootsie Roll Pops?
Yes.
I would have put Fun Dip at low C, high B, personally. They're okay, but...
Okay, then I'll do low B. I don't mind.
I'm
Wait, low C, high B? That's the opposite ends.
Low B, high C.
Yeah, low B, high C, I think. I am more than comfortable putting in B, but I want to put it, as of right now, low B. That's where I want to put it.
I'd agree with that.
As of right now.
I don't really like Fun Dip all that much.
All right.
Okay,
those are rubber balls.
You can be
those
wrong
are not
sometimes.
candy.
These are actually Jawbreakers.
Really?
Yes.
Once again, I've never had them, and I don't think
I don't like
them. They fucking look like cause like when I think of Jawbreaker, I think of like one uniform color from like the twisty like big red machine. These look like rubber balls that you bounce on the floor.
Or like those like eggs that.
Oh yeah, like the ones you get at Easter, where like you crack them open, they have like peanut butter or caramel in the middle.
I don't know. Oh no, I see what you're talking about. Yeah.
So Jawbreakers are weird because they were invented in a period of time, like I want to say it was like the tail end of the Great Depression or something like that. The whole idea was that you were straight up supposed to buy a Jawbreaker and it was supposed to last you 2 weeks. All right, I want to put this below the $100,000.
I was gonna say these are like D tier, maybe C tier for me.
These are mints. Like chocolate mints.
I love these.
These are not candy. This is something that you get on your pillow at hotels.
Or like after a fancy restaurant.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't think that, because they're not garbage, right? Like they're not sweeties to me. But they're. But
I don't know.
I don't think of them as candy. I think of them as being Well, I was about to say I was gonna put them like probably in front of orange slices. And
really,
we can move this. I promise. But like my explanation is that in my mind, this is the equivalent to. It's the edible equivalent of like the free hand soap you get when you go to a hotel.
I can't believe you.
That's
Listen, I don't know if they count as candy, but if they do, I love these. They're so good.
Really?
They're so refreshing for being fucking chocolate.
I guess that's another thing that I should mention, that I also don't like mint.
I can't believe you heathen.
You love sour. I hate sour. You
mint.
like mint. I hate mint.
I would put these at A tier personally.
Really?
I'm big on these.
How do Lawrence and Saba feel?
A
tier, I might even want to throw it at S tier, but since I'm gonna lose the argument on S tier.
I'm big on them, but I don't know about S tier. They're good, but I think maybe
just over positive.
Lawrence, I think what's
something
you
on S tier is basically what I'm seeing.
Well, here's the thing, Lawrence. I think what's affecting you. You don't ever have these like often. You only have them in the situations me and Zach listed. So like I think maybe your nostalgia and like the amount of times you had them, because like they're good. They're very good for me, but they're not S tier for me. I'm trying to talk you down from S tier.
All right.
So everybody else but me seems to be pretty positive on these.
Well, Saba.
I have no idea, so I don't.
Okay.
Okay.
So okay, let me ask you, do you feel better or worse than these than Fun Dip?
I would say put it. Well, I don't know.
I like them better than Fun Dip. Fun Dip takes too long to eat.
I don't know, maybe these are good. Who knows?
These are popping in your mouth and you're done. And
that's the thing, which is why I'm almost willing to put this in A, like assuming that Adrian fights hard enough for it, because these are good. It's just that they're not candy to me, right? Like they are candy by definition, but they don't act like candy.
They don't feel like, you don't get them on Halloween.
You don't get the exactly. You don't get them at Halloween. You don't ever find them in like a candy store. These are
under the couch,
right? So it's like because they don't feel like candy. Like this is.
I've
like,
never
this is
found
the
these in a stranger's
list.
unmarked white van.
Oh my god. So I wanna put them here on B tier, above Fun Dip but below Tootsie Pops.
I'm fine with that.
Lawrence, because you were also positive on these. How do you feel?
Yeah, very well.
I'm about to say, if you want, I can put them in
We're
front
compromising.
of Tootsie. If you want, I can put them in front of Tootsie Roll Pops.
I think if we're taking this tier list as a group, I think that's a fair place to put them.
Okay. I will do that then. All right. Lifesavers. I can't tell if these are the gummy lightsabers
I was gonna say,
or the hard ones. Because the hard ones I do not like. The gummy ones are freaking amazing.
I was 100% with that sentiment. I was about to say that exact thing.
But I can't tell because I can't tell if these are the gummy ones or the hard ones. I think
you
these
can
are the
see.
hard ones.
Well, the gummy ones would be in a bag, right?
Oh, they are in a bag. That's true.
No, yeah, you can see in the bottom right there. There's a gummy version of that too.
Where? Bottom
right in the middle leftish of the total thing.
Middle leftish. I see Gushers. Where is it in relation to Gushers?
One down, one left.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So these are the hard ones then. You're super right. Okay.
The hard ones are like a C tier. They're just hard candy. It's fine.
I actually want to put them above Reese's.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, and then just while we're on the topic,
radar, so sure.
Gummy Lifesavers.
They're A tier for me.
How does anybody else feel?
I like gummy candy, so
either high B or low A, yeah.
High B or low A. All right. I personally would put these at S tier. Like this is what I ask for at Christmas.
This is what you ask Santa for.
I'll put it at low A if you want.
Lawrence, what do you think?
But not. I don't know if it's better than Sour Patch.
I think we should meet halfway and go mid A.
Mid A, so in between.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am more or less okay with this. I think.
Sure.
We're compromising. This is really interesting. I'm wondering if we're ever gonna get a candy on here that's S, because there's one on here that I'm pretty sure all of you guys are gonna love, and I'm gonna be like, it's garbage. Which is
the thing about S is I feel like it has to be like a nuclear codes thing where we all have to agree or something.
Yes, exactly. That's how this works. So I'm wondering if we're gonna get anything that goes into S.
That's well, there you go.
Because like if it was me, if it was just me alone, Reese's Pieces would be high A and Lifesavers would be S. But because we're all together, everything's kind of mushing together, which is interesting. All right.
Yeah, it's power of averages.
Ring Pops. I think Ring Pops are very good.
So
however, A, they're very messy because you just get like sticky spit everywhere, right? And then B, I have a very low opinion of just like hard candy that you have to like suck on for a while.
Once again, great as a kid.
Great as a
I was gonna say
their advertising campaign was great.
I was gonna say, if you asked me when I was like 12, these would be like double S tier. But now that I'm older and more jaded, I'm like, they get sticky and it's like gross, and your finger's gonna get coated. And,
what do you think about low B, high C?
I still respect them, even though I can see their flaws now. But I think that's okay.
I almost want to put them.
Mid-B?
I want to put them below Tootsie Roll Pops for me. Purely because, from my perspective, I could never crush these with my teeth. It was too hard.
You weakling. No.
I would say below Lifesavers for me. So that would be like mid C. No, sorry, the hard Lifesavers.
Hard ones.
Yeah.
You want to put it there?
Really? Yeah, like
I would still say B tier, like low B tier maybe.
Low B, like below Fun Dip.
Like, I mean, Lawrence, did you have them as kids?
Oh no.
Yes, I did.
For all their faults, they're better than Fun Dip
excited
for me.
and like kind of happy just looking at them. Not like you're gonna get them.
But
because they
think about how
well commercially.
messy they are.
I hate them now.
Yeah, but they have so many fucking cool and fun flavors.
That is true. They have a lot. They have a lot of really cool designs.
They have like out of all the
candies,
it's possible that Ring Pop has like the coolest fucking flavors.
I'm just listening to Lawrence and Adrian as well. That's really funny.
But yeah, I would say they're better than Fun Dip.
You're so right. I mean, I just like any candy that I have to wash my hands after eating is bad.
No, that's true, and that's what's holding it back. If it somehow like was perfectly clean, it'd be so much better. But
yeah,
the downsides are literally not the flavor. The downside is the mess.
Right. It's still candy, which fits that category, but it's just messy. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Everybody good with just putting it just in front of Fun Dip on B?
Don't mind.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
All
fine.
right. Three Musketeers.
Haven't had enough to make an opinion.
Has anybody ever, when asked what candy bar do you want, has anybody in the history of the world ever been, oh, I'll have a Three Musketeers, please?
Three Musketeers is definitely lower. It's like it doesn't have like, you know, either the caramel or like the crunchy bit like Twix
even
has.
Just Hershey's on its own is just the pure like you know bad American milk chocolate or whatever. Even just that on its own, I would prefer to the Three Musketeers, mostly because it's just kind of lame.
I feel like just the fact that it's a chocolate bar makes it demand some sort of respect for me for some reason, even though I don't remember what these taste like.
I think just number one in C. It's just a C for me.
Number one in C. Can we
it's
put
just
it,
the definition of a C.
Can we put it behind Sweet Tarts?
Yeah. Yes.
How does
I'm not
everybody
attached
feel
to
about
these.
that?
Yes. Yeah.
So you're not attached to these.
Like I said, I definitely had them. I don't remember what they taste like, so I'm not attached.
But you're right. It is a chocolate bar though, and under almost
It's
all
weird that those
circumstances,
demand respect, right?
Under almost all circumstances, I would rather have a chocolate bar than hard Lifesavers.
Yeah, because I don't know.
I agree with that.
All right, Twizzlers.
I'm a fan. I like them. I like these. I'm a big fan. I'd put them in. If it was myself, I'd put them in like A tier,
I was
maybe
just gonna say
S
I put
tier.
these in A.
Wow.
I'll put them in A as well. I love
It's
them.
okay, guys.
All right, so
sure.
Saba's getting demolished here.
I just don't care about
what if
Twizzlers or
what if we
the other
put it
ones,
high
so.
B?
Sure.
It's three of us versus Saba saying sure.
I would say
We can put it
low
low A.
is. I feel like that's a better.
As long as
balance.
it'll always be at the bottom of A. Fine.
Okay.
We can keep,
It must stay in the
that
bottom
in
of
mind.
A.
I think that's fine. All right,
Because
low
like
A.
because like I feel like this group is just okay. It's just Twizzler positive. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Clearly.
All right. Jolly
what is this?
Ranchers.
S tier for me.
Oh.
I love these. I love hard candy. I love sour candy. They're great.
I'm about to say I don't like hard candy, but of the hard candies, this is my favorite.
It's
like
simple.
higher.
You just pop it in your mouth. It's just the purest form of good hard candy. Also, I may
not a
have
fan
some
of
like bias because they were used as rewards at my middle school a lot. So
Oh, totally fair.
Can we
I don't
put those in like at high A? Because it's like in my mind, so far I haven't heard of anything that just instantly says S to me. But it's like maybe I would have to. I want to go through everything, and then the second round I can move stuff up to S. But I would put these at high A.
they're solid S for me. What about you, Lawrence? You haven't really spoken about these.
Yeah, because I'm in now Saba's shoes where I am trying to bring it down while the three of you are bringing it up.
Well, so then it's like, okay, I'm fine with them solidly in A tier, but if it was
What
just
about
me, they'd
middle
be in
A?
S tier. Yeah, middle A sounds right to me.
Because we can always
Okay, we're
shift
taking
stuff
the group.
up after we. Because some of them we might just be like
Right,
instantly, yeah,
right.
sure. All of us are like S.
Swedish
What
Fish
is
Swedish Fish
has a
C or
worse,
D.
has a worse flavor, but is still gummy, so I like it. Like my favorite type of
It's-
candy is gummy candy.
It's C
Yeah,
or
I
D.
grab these in the market whenever I'm shopping with my parents. So
I want to say
I think
low B.
regular gummies are way better.
They
though.
taste janky.
no, you're totally right, Saba.
They do, but they're
Regular
gummy.
They're
but
still
they gummy though.
Just get actual gummies.
But, well, we're getting there.
We're
They're
getting
right here.
There's
C
so-
or D for me.
so low.
I would be hesitant to go with B, but if we have to, I
That's a
can go
good.
B.
That's a good point. All right, so I normally would say like middle B, and I was bringing it down to low B because other people don't really like it. How do you feel, Lawrence?
I agree with the low B, and I can be talked to like a high C.
If we have to, I'll
What
compromise.
if we do
B's.
like a middle C?
I feel like that's disrespecting you and Lawrence a little bit much, but
Middle high C.
Middle high, so like in
Sure.
front of Three Musketeers.
I'm fine with this.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this. I'm about to say I like Swedish Fish, but I'm not going to bat for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tootsie Rolls.
They're okay. They're like B tier
To
for
me,
me.
these are basically just chocolate gummies, so I love them.
No.
Stop.
No. Like
Lauren
I used
Saba, what do
to
you
like them, but now I'm just like they're Play-Doh. That doesn't. That
They're
vaguely
Play-Doh?
tastes like
What?
base
Play-Doh?
chocolate.
That's much.
What
They're
are you
like
talking
elastic
about?
Play-Doh.
It's chocolate gum. Like
That's-
delicious.
It is bad chocolate. Fake chocolate.
Well, it's because it's Hershey's. We
Wow.
don't have the
Chocolate
option of like we
taffy.
don't have the we don't
It's
have
just
the
kind
option.
of no.
They're
I
B
want,
tier for
I
me.
want to put it
that's all I'll
high
say.
B because normally on my
Agreed.
own I would put them at S.
Ew.
Lawrence, what do you think?
They're a high B in general for me.
Okay, I think that sounds like B is where it's gonna go. If
So it's B somewhere, but where do we want to put it? Do we want to put it? Actually, how about right here?
Sure, that's fine.
Yeah.
Saba, come on.
We gotta compromise.
I don't remember what these are called, but these are coconut chocolate bars.
Those
No.
are okay.
I've
Hi,
definitely
Abe.
grown to like them. I would say
They're
high
like one
B.
of the only ones that actually has like coconut like fruity part to it, so like really a high A for me.
I would say
But-
high
but it-
B
but it is-
personally.
But it does have a little bit of like oiliness to it. which
Yeah, I
is
don't.
Yes.
I'm not a fan of the coconut
Wait,
flavor.
almond joy? But there's an almond joy down there too. Am I thinking of these differently?
Well,
Oh,
they're made
wait.
by the same company, but they're different.
I
'Cause these
don't know
ones
what
are
this. What's the
You,
difference?
you can tell because it's the
This
same
is,
font.
This is coconut. These are almonds. It's literally the same. It's literally the same candy.
Oh,
except that these
just
ones
without
have
almond?
coconut flakes on them, and these ones have almonds
Oh,
just
I like
directly on the
almond joy.
candy.
I like almond joy more than these though. Then
Mounds,
The
I think they're
almonds just
called?
elevate stuff for me.
Mounds. You're right.
Mounds,
Yes, they
there you
are
go.
called mounds. Oh yeah, because the commercial was literally like, try almond joy and mounds. All right.
Okay.
I mean,
well, in
I
that
would
case,
more-
I would say
I
the
would-
almond joy one's just better.
I about to say I would agree with almond joy. I think almond joys are very good. Mounds to me, I just don't like the taste of coconut, which I
Yeah,
know Lawrence
same.
kind of shares. So
They've grown on me, so I would put them in like B tier.
I would say almond joy is higher than them though.
100%,
So,
I
you
agree
put
with
B?
that.
Yeah.
But where
Lawrence,
we put
where would you
this?
put them?
Can we put it below?
Mid to mid low B.
Yeah.
I'm fine with
I'm trying
that.
to decide. I'm trying to decide which side of ring pops they should go on.
Oh man.
Which
I
one
want to
would
put
I
it
rather
below ring
have?
pops because ring pops are quintessential 90s culture.
I think that's fair. Ring pops
Yeah.
are. Part of it's like everyone knows ring pops.
Everybody
Fucking remembers
knows ring pop.
mounds.
You could, if someone just came to this country, they'd be like, "Yo, ring pop," you know.
Yo.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we're gonna put it there, and that should be okay. What the hell is this?
These are
Oh, those
candy
are- those are the
bracelets.
next-
What
Yeah.
the hell is a
Candy
candy
bracelet.
These are
bracelet?
fun, but they're just
I-
like sugar.
I got these at like my
All of
high
it,
school
to be
graduation as like a necklace. They're D
Oh,
tier.
those? Isn't that
They're
just
kind
the?
of D tier.
Isn't that the? We rated it like chalk, but in a string.
Yeah, but it's in a string, which makes
They're
it
almost
harder
like
to eat,
nerds,
and it's
but if
garbage.
nerds-
Which
We're
means
not
it's harder
tasty.
to eat.
Yeah.
Well,
It's already
nerds are-
not-
So what
nerds
you're
are
telling me is
chewy.
that it's D tier.
No, yeah, but
It's
it's like
D-tier.
imagine like not the texture, but like the little lumpy form of a nerd on a string. Yeah.
They're more
Okay.
I thought they're more uniform than nerds. Nerds are like really topology bumpy. These are more uniform, but also they're garbage.
Okay. Sure.
So how about
That's
this?
fine.
Below sweeties on D. Because it's literally because like in my mind they're sweeties, but on a string, which as Adrian pointed out is just harder to eat,
Yeah.
which seems fair, I think.
I guess.
All right. Oh wait, hold up. We let's take almond joy. Let's take care of that real quick while Saba's
It's
still
just
here.
better than mounds.
Sure.
So it's just straight up better than mounds. I almost want to put it like here or here. Nah, these down here, these are definitely watermelon.
I
Or
don't
they're
know.
just
man.
watermelon sour patch.
Yeah, here.
Okay.
I had it
Oh.
here for a second and then I lost it. Yeah, look at this.
I
Can you
don't
guys
know.
see that?
I was about to
What
be.
are we
I was
saying?
about to have a freak out because if they were actually the worm shape, I fucking love sour worms.
I know what you're
It's
talking
my
about.
two
Those are good.
favorite things: sour and worms.
Sour and
I don't
worms.
have an opinion of the watermelon though. I've never tried it.
I like the watermelon
regular
just
stuff.
better. I like watermelon.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Everyone says it's
They're
really
okay.
good though.
What the hell is a razzle?
I've never had.
What
Wait,
is
actually, hang
this?
on. Have I? Am I thinking of
First it's candy, then it's gum. So I'm guessing.
I have not had these. I listened
Oh,
to them.
so it's like a hard candy that you suck
Wait,
on until
hang
it
on.
turns into gum.
Yeah.
So it's
I think it was fun as a kid, but
so it's not so it's the non-lollipop form of Tootsie Pops.
I guess so.
I have
I
never
like the
had these
lollipop
before. I
one.
want to put them below 100 grand for the same reason why 100 grand is in D tier.
okay.
Eh.
Everybody okay with that, more or less?
Yeah.
It's weird because I'm looking it up. I've seen this texture and shape of candy, but it does not sound like candy that turns into gum, so I don't know. I'm like really fuzzy on my memory on these, so I'd say, yeah, whatever.
I'm noticing two things that are on this list right now that I just wanted to knock out because I'm pretty sure we're all gonna agree. First off, we already put hot tamales at the very bottom because candy should not be spicy. That's a crime against nature.
Fireballs.
Fireballs.
Yes.
It's the same.
Those there
my.
too.
Literally the same
Just-
thing, and I'm
can
actually
we just,
I'm gonna put it below hot tamales just because I hate it that much.
Fair enough.
And
Fair
then
enough.
I would actually like to say that
Are those cigarettes?
These are candy cigarettes.
Oh, I
whole
thought that was
idea-
pop.
Oh,
yeah.
I've had those.
The whole idea is that they were trying to trick kids into because you're supposed to because they have like paper on the outside. You're supposed to just suck it slowly, and all the candy gets like eventually, and it's literally just to trick kids into liking cigarettes.
Okay, yes. I agree
So
with you. Let's
F
just
tier.
throw those away.
That is I'm about to say, like, if I was
Propaganda
willing to-
tier.
Propaganda
Propaganda
tier.
tier.
Exactly, that's what I was
Okay,
saying.
we're starting to get into the good stuff, okay?
All right.
Oh,
Crunch?
crunch. That's
I
S tier. That's
love
so good.
crunch.
Strong S.
Crunch
Yeah,
is so
it's
good.
Is that our
pretty
first
high.
S?
Is this our first S?
Have we been in agreement?
Sure, I feel like it'll go
So
more
good.
towards lower end of S by the end of it, but I can
But it's
agree,
still
yeah.
I mean,
S.
anyone in
Like
S
Kit Kat,
is
high S
good.
for me. We're going
Really?
S to Kit Kat.
Kit Kat is
Yeah,
also
Kit Kat
S.
is-
I was
agree
gonna say
with
Kit
Saba.
Kat is S.
I would put it at high A, personally.
Kit
I
Kat's,
don't know
Kit Kat's
about
pretty
S.
S. Kit Kat's a classic.
If it has to be S, it's behind Crunch.
If I
I think
had
it's
like, I'm
Crunch.
not gonna lie, Saba, I do love Kit Kat, but if I was offered between the two of these, I would take Crunch.
Have you tasted a chilled Kit Kat? Pretty good.
Yes,
What
I
the
have.
hell are you talking about?
Dude, yeah, you put it in the fridge, it gets cold. It's pretty good.
Who? Why?
Fair.
Never done that. I should try though.
Yeah,
try
do
that.
it, Lawrence.
In any case, we have our S's. They're, of course, the chocolate bars, the All-Stars.
Okay,
that
Surprise!
These
Who would
are
have
like
guessed?
The people
I
like the
actually
York.
want to jump ahead a little bit because I'm pretty sure I can go. I'm pretty sure I'm looking at it, and I think I might be able to go 4 for 4 with SSSS, just like straight through.
Step up to bat.
Okay.
Try it, motherfucker.
Dum
You'll
dum.
see.
we'll strike it down.
These are
I
good.
can
These
go
are.
low.
I could see these being an S
What is
tier.
the
Dumb.
classic lollipop?
Just classic
This is just the
lollipop.
small ones.
The flavors, the variety.
Even
I mean-
because I know that the mystery Dum Dum Pop is literally just like the excess residue left behind in like the candy vats that they just like blend together. But even that is good.
I'm just gonna put this out there. You guys can do with it what you will. I think, in general, anything chocolate I like more than anything just plain sugar, except for gummies. Gummies.
I
think are, like, high
I
end.
don't disagree. I don't disagree with that. However, I would still say that this, like, I agree that I think chocolate is better than just straight candy. I would definitely put this in S, probably like lowest S though.
Okay, fine.
I was about to say, I think this is like the quintessential A tier, but I could be talked to a low S.
I'm just comparing it to everything else we have in A, and these are like
Yeah.
situational. Like these aren't things that I would like, I don't know, see on a
Says
regular basis.
you,
I
my
guess.
Sour Patch
Like, I
Kids.
would say
That's
Jolly. I
true,
think Jolly
Lawrence.
Ranchers are better than these, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you combo breaking me immediately here? I was so confident that this was gonna be an easy S, because who
Here's
the
the
hell
thing,
doesn't
I
like
agree
Dum
with
Dum
Zach.
Pops?
Because
Here's
I
the
like
thing,
Jolly
I-
Ranchers better.
Here's the thing. I agree with Zach, but I would also agree that I like Jolly Ranchers better. The Jolly Ranchers are lower because people other than
I'm
me
about to
didn't
say
like
the
them
Jolly
much.
Ranchers are lower because I'm pretty sure it was me and Lawrence don't like Jolly Ranchers.
Exactly. See, so yeah.
Whereas
I
all
would.
of us are pretty much in agreement that Dum Dum Pops are pretty good.
I think that if Saba doesn't like them, we kind of have to put them in high A. But I don't know.
I don't know.
I would.
Wait, what did Lawrence say?
I said
Those are pretty good.
strong A, but I could be talked to an low S.
If it were my dream tier list, these would be an S tier behind Jolly Ranchers, but as is on this list, I don't know where to put them.
You know what? I'm going to concede and have myself get combo broken immediately and put it as highest A.
You tried to combo and you got red hard.
Just so I could like throw it constantly, but like another S. Just do people like Hershey's Kisses?
That was gonna be the next one I was gonna recommend.
I love Hershey's Kisses.
It's so inoffensive that you can't complain about them. It's just a little chocolate.
I can think of one complaint that I actually legitimately have: too many wrappers.
I was about to say something about the wrappers.
But man, do you guys remember the Christmas commercial for them? That they're like little
still
bells?
on the air, by the way.
I love it.
It's
that
so
commercial
good.
is almost 20 years old, and they still use it because it's so good. But yes, I would like to put this as S. Not only would I like to put it as S, I would like to put it as highest S.
Yes, I would agree.
Really? They're inoffensive as hell, but I wouldn't say they're like, I don't know.
But do these count as all the variations of Hershey's as well?
It's the general Hershey's Kiss, yes.
It's the general Hershey's Kiss experience.
And there's a lot. There's a lot of variety in there. There's even the ones that have like the peanut in them.
Oh, that's true.
So
we also put
Whoa, hold up. We're not even done with this one yet.
I'm excited.
I can't.
I have a sugar high.
I'm on a sugar high just talking about candy.
I can't consciously put them better. I like Crunch better than Kisses.
I mean, I like Kitkat better than Crunch, but I had to concede that, so
fair enough. I mean,
we can put it
Lawrence,
here.
do you think that Kisses are better than Crunch bars?
Hold on, I'm in a internal war with my head.
They're just
Crunch or
perfect
Kisses.
snackful. They're like a perfect, because they're called Kisses too. They're just, they're good.
Like you're totally right, Sava, because like with Kisses you can just unwrap it, pop it in your mouth, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
But the Crunch bar is texture.
They're just more unique in terms of how they're wrapped too, and their shape.
Adrian, they have Crunch Hershey Kisses.
They do?
Yeah, with tiny little fragments of peanuts in them.
They made
I thought Crunch was rice.
candy?
I thought Crunch was rice candy. I thought that's what gave them the Crunch.
I thought it was peanuts.
That was rice. Yeah, I don't think it was peanuts.
I'm pretty sure Crunch uses rice to get the Crunch rather than peanuts.
Has Zach been lied to?
Maybe
his entire
I have.
life?
Well, not my entire life. You can say my entire life. I mean, I always thought they were peanuts.
Crunch, known as outside the
remember
USS
them being
Nestle
like
Crunch, is a
Tootsie
chocolate bar made of
Pieces or
milk
something.
chocolate and crisped rice.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so I
Anyways.
high S for me. Once again, if we put Crunch over KitKat, I'm gonna push for this.
If we have to, then I'm fine.
Sama is
concede.
lobbying for the high S rank on Currency Kisses.
Sure.
I think it's okay. Hey, at least Crunch is literally number 2 on the list right now.
That's fair. Crunch is, I think, one of my favorite chocolate bars.
All right.
What
But
should we do about the gummy bears?
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
I
Try
want
not
to
rush
take a
it.
quick second, and I want to immediately invert this entire conversation and go back to absolute garbage tier, and I want to talk about candy corn.
Oh.
I think this is the highest D.
Really?
Yes.
You gotta put it below the chalk, my man.
Straight up, I would prefer these over chalk.
Over chalk?
Here's the thing. For
Chalk
years,
game, let's go.
I was like, oh, everyone hates candy corn. It's such like a big, like, oh, no one likes it. I was like, I'll give it a shot. I tried last Halloween, and I was like, I see why people hate this. This is garbage.
I can have only Halloween, and I'll only have like 1 or 2. And then
I was just about to say I can eat like maybe like a handful of these. And I'll still be fine. But if I have one more than that, I'm immediately passing out.
Here's the thing.
I'm passing out.
I could see these as higher than chalk, if only because they're so iconic. That's the only reason.
Well, okay, I'm gonna say that Sweeties are really iconic, though. They're not like Sweeties aren't like super associated with the specific holiday like candy corn is, but they are definitely more ubiquitous. How about we put it directly below chalk?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. I just wanted to call this one out immediately because I was 90% sure that we were gonna put it in D. All right.
That's fine.
Now, one last time before we go back to regular order again. I think for my final hard read S tier, M&Ms.
A, personally.
Really?
They're good, but I wouldn't consider them like... I prefer a chocolate bar most times. Lauren, Saba? M&Ms. Brainwaves or synapses are firing off.
Lawrence has to like commune with his ancestors.
I'm having a neutron blast.
Saba, what do you think about M&Ms? Also, you're muted. I don't know if your Saba's here.
Oh dang it! I was talking. I was like, guys, but have you tried peanut M&Ms? Those are fun.
Are they on the list as separate, or are they contained in this
those
as well?
that's a separate brand, but I don't see them as separate on the list because these things are jelly beans.
I like low S.
I would say A tier.
I was gonna say low S. Because I personally would prefer a chocolate bar, but given the opportunity, I will always take M&Ms. Now that being said, I will always take Reese's Pieces, but that's just me.
I can concede low S because I do think they're good. I would still say they're A tier.
You can't go wrong with M&Ms.
It's so, like if you look at this list over time, it's so funny because it's like chocolates, fruity, sweet things, weirdos.
It's such a weird list of concessions and compromises because it's 4 of us, but that's okay.
I think it's really interesting. All right.
Anyways,
getting back to the regular list because there's 2 more things on here I think will be pretty ubiquitous.
If it's possible, can I do the stuff that I'm like really like high on because I'm gonna have to leave in a couple minutes.
Okay, sure. What do you got?
Okay. So, for Heath, guys, I know I got some, like, bad takers, but man, this is, like, the only bar that has toffee in it. I really, really like Heath bars.
It has toffee?
It has toffee?
Yeah!
No one... Saba, no one makes toffee anymore.
It's freaking good! It's a shame no one makes toffee anymore!
It's like a fucking buggy whip. It became antiquated. No one eats it.
Heath is still amazing. Heath is, like, you put some ice... It's amazing. Can we at least put it, like...
I was gonna say, I don't know if it's like on the same level as modern candy bars, but I'd say it's like about the same as Musketeers in my mind.
I could put it up I could put it in front of Musketeers.
This would be an A for me, Heath, or like even like an S. I love Heath bars.
Lawrence, what do you think?
It's definitely not going in S or A, I'm gonna be honest.
I feel like if we're compromising, it should go here.
As soon as you said toffee, I immediately remembered what these taste like.
Toffee's so freaking cool. So
toffee is a flavor.
This is the Jurassic Park reincarnated dinosaur of candy.
Toffee is just you put brick in your chocolate.
But it's tasty brick. It's really tasty.
You put candy cement in there.
I'm gonna drop it here.
I'm fine.
How do you feel about that, Lawrence?
It's sad.
I like that.
Hey, Saba, listen. You can be as sad as you want about this because my Reese's Pieces are right here.
Do you want to put it right next to mine so we can be sad together, Zach?
No. Because I'm using this as leverage later. I'm using this as like furious retribution for some of these other things.
It's called social distancing.
It's
fine. Okay, I want to move on quickly then. Can we put gummies in high? Just high.
Gummy bears?
They're like S tier.
I was about to say gummy bears are S tier.
Yeah, I also agree with that.
Absolutely.
We're all in agreement then.
I'm about to say now what S tier?
I'd say higher than Kitkats, but that's me.
I would say on the same level, close to M&Ms.
I'm about to say, can we say higher than M&Ms?
Higher than M&Ms.
Higher than M&Ms.
There you go.
What are we? Okay. And also,
because like, I don't know if anyone else agrees with this, but like after I eat M&Ms, all I taste for the next like 4 hours is like M&M chocolate, right? But with gummies bears, it's like over as soon as I'm done, and I get to move on to like whatever I'm eating or drinking.
You move on with your life.
Yeah, it doesn't linger like a.
It's
like
not
a
commitment.
Drunk friend.
Yeah, it's a one night stand.
Okay.
A lot of one night stands.
M&Ms are the marriage of candy, whereas
they're the
gummy
marriage
bears
traps.
Are the marriage traps, whereas gummy bears are the one night stand of candy.
Okay.
M&Ms are the Las Vegas one night stand, like shotgun marriages that you wake up and regret divorce.
I love gummy bears being the shotgun marriage candy. That's
anyways.
So good. All right, next one, Saba.
Saba, what else?
Snickers is S for me.
Well, listen, we can't listen. We'll do Snickers. We can't just do all of the S tiers right now, because then the latter half of this video is just going to be garbage candy.
Fine, here, I'll give you a decent one.
No, you already said Snickers, so we're doing
but
it.
I'll give you the next one as being decent. But what do you guys think about Snickers?
I want to say Snickers because I like Snickers. However, it is literally the candy equivalent of gumming up the works.
I agree with that, but
my teeth become a single contiguous entity after eating Snickers.
Here's the thing, I agree that for some reason, when I think of chocolate bar, I think of Snickers before the Hershey's chocolate bar.
Alright, you're just insane, but, like...
Higher A? Then I say higher A, please.
I could go with high A.
High A?
I would say higher than Lifesaver.
Higher than Lifesaver, lower than Airheads? Higher than Airheads?
Higher than Airheads.
I would also say higher than Airheads.
If we have to, I'm fine with that.
Okay,
sure.
I gotta agree with
that. Because if someone legitimately says to me that they're higher than Dum Dum Pops, I'm fighting. My fight or flight instinct has activated.
You have a mid tier or a low tier, Saba?
Yeah, Pop Rock.
I don't like. Why would anyone want to eat Pop Rocks?
Because it's just a fun experience once in a while.
But then that's
like
not candy. That's like an experience. Candy is something you eat whenever you want sugar to have a good time. If Pop Rock, like, you don't go like, well, I mean, I guess some people do go hiking all the time, but I mean, like, I don't know. I'm just thinking of like, if you're eating it because it's an experience and not because it's a food, then it's kind of candy, but mostly not.
Here's the thing, right?
I would say candies for an experience, though.
I would say when you're young and you don't think about the travails and troubles and stress of the world, right? I would say that the Ring Pop is both a good candy and a good experience, but Pop Rocks is like a shitty candy, but an okay experience.
Yeah, it's like a fun experience, but it's like there's no taste to it, right? It's very mellow. I would say low C, to be honest.
I could agree with that.
I would say higher than Ring Pop.
Really? You think that Pop Rocks beats Ring Pop, Lawrence?
I don't like Ring Pop. Like I compromise with the B tier. In my list, it would be like C tier.
All right. Well, Zach, you clearly don't have any fondness for Pop Rocks, so.
Sorry, someone's gonna have to fill me in on what we're discussing. I was fixing something on stream real quick.
Basically, me and Saba think that Pop Rocks belong in C tier, and Lawrence, the Mad Lad, thinks that it belongs higher than Ring Pop.
Because
higher than Ring Pop?
Mid-low. Yeah.
Are you insane?
when we made our Ring Pop argument, I was the only one that wanted to drag it down to C, but I just couldn't because 3 of you are trying to pull it up.
Okay, so we'll compromise and say it's not the bottom of C tier, but it might be a little bit higher than the bottom of C tier.
God, you and Heaths are better than Pop Rocks. Okay, that's acceptable.
The offensiveness.
Do you have any other special requests before you have to skedaddle, Saba?
Because the other ones are high from. Okay, I think I should be. Wait, let me see. I want to get your guys' input on. I think Reese's then. Last one.
All right, just straight up Reese's Cups.
S tier. I love these. They're so good.
Okay, so you guys like it. I think they're
cannot eat 2 of these in a row.
They're just sometimes they're a bit oily for me too.
It's an experience.
If you give me a Reese's and then give me a 1-hour cooldown period, yes, I will gladly accept another Reese's. If you feed me 2 in a row, my health has been halved, and your health has been
hacked.
Like last Halloween, our thing was like, alright, we'll just get a bag of Reese's Cups, and I
pretty good,
demolished 3/4 of before Halloween arrived.
Oh boy!
I love these so much.
You know what? I do have actually another input because we said that these basically represent the entire generic representation of the candy, right? If these were mini Reese's Cups, I love those. Those are great.
Just so you can have more of it.
Yeah.
I do like Reese's, though.
I'm strong in S tier for these.
I definitely feel like these could comfortably fit in A tier.
I would say S tier on my list, but if we have to go with the group, I would hope mid A tier.
It's either mid or high A tier.
Yeah.
Once again, I don't think it's better than Num Dum Pops. I would nominate this position just because after I'm eating Reese's, I still get to use my jaw.
That's fair. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. With that, I'm going to
looking
listen.
at this list, and I'm actually like super okay with this list.
We're finally done with our side quest, and now we're back on the main story of this game.
I wanted to plow through some good ones, and I wanted to try my hand at friggin' comboing the shit out of this entire video, and I immediately fumbled with Dum Dum Pops. Because I didn't expect people to be like, I love Dum Dum Pops, dude.
That's fair.
All right, York peppermint patties. Once again,
it's York, not Yonk. I thought it was Yonk.
No, it's York. It's a cursive R. Yonk.
That's fair. Yonk would be a better name. Let's be real.
Dude,
If it was Yonk, it would be
Yonk
S tier,
peppermint
easy.
palace. That's so good.
I love these, dude. These are really good for me.
Yeah, they're
I would
very
say
good.
like high A tier.
Really?
Yeah.
Personally, yeah, but obviously we're compromising. So what do you think?
I personally will put these in D once again because I don't like mint.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like so clearly you guys like mint. So I don't know. Do you guys feel because normally when we have such a wide disparity, we've been putting them in B.
Lawrence, you like these? You said
I like
high
them,
A.
yes.
I have had a York peppermint patty and enjoyed it before. So I'm willing to like obviously have this go like pretty decently high, but like I don't know, man, it's definitely not A.
I would say they're competitive with Tootsie Rolls for me.
I could agree with that. Do you want to put it? Do you think they're higher or lower than Hotel Mints?
Higher than Hotel
Because
Mints.
it's an actual candy.
Sure.
These are candy, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair, yeah.
All right. Dots. This is a gummy. I love them.
This
like
is
them.
this is a gingerbread house decoration.
Yes.
Well, that's
Except-
a gumdrop, and these aren't necessarily gumdrops, but because gumdrops are literally right here.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
well, there we are.
Dots can also be used for like that sort of stuff too. Yes, but essentially
I don't
they're
know what it is.
they're essentially slightly more dense gumdrops is what a dot is, and I
was
like
gonna
them.
say-
I think they're very good.
There's something about these that rubs me weirdly. Not badly, just weirdly. They're kind of weird champ in my mouth.
I don't disagree with that. I can agree with that. What do you think?
I would say
Lawrence?
like B tier maybe.
So I think the compromise does put it here. In fact, I would say I like them better
Alright.
than Gobstoppers.
I mean, I can see
Yeah.
a bit.
Sure.
It's really interesting because once again, a lot of the disparity that comes in our nominations here is because like Adrian really likes hard candy, I really like gummies. You guys really like sour, I hate sour. You know what I mean? Like there's so many like polar opposites that I never really considered.
It's if we have to, sure. I could see them being in high B tier. This is if we ever like all hang out and what's in like if we're all on the, like streaming on a couch, what's in the bowl in front of us?
Exactly.
The coffee table.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Alright, what
Next up is Peeps.
the hell is this?
Peeps are poisonous. Peeps will kill you.
Peeps are the quintessential Easter candy. They are marshmallows, essentially.
They are toxic. They will kill you.
They are not good.
You can feel the purple blip above your head that says poisoned when you eat these.
Oh, this stuff! This stuff is like... It's not... What the... I don't
It's
like
not
these.
good.
You eat
I
this
know-
and you're
I know I
like,
said I
oh
like
fuck, I need an
gummies, but these
antidote.
I need an antidote. I want to say I want to put them a little bit ahead of candy corn.
Sure, I'm fine with that.
yeah.
Right, because it's another holiday specific candy, and I do think it's better than caramel corn, despite also dealing damage to you.
The thing is that these taste mediocre, but then afterwards you're like, I feel like I've just been poisoned. I'm Alexander the Greeting right now. I'm gonna have a monologue and then I'll die on stage from poison.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Next up is cookie dough bites. These are actually pretty good.
They're solid, yeah.
Just
They're
from
like
the,
good
just
movie
from the
theater
image,
food.
they look
I'm about to say
good.
this in my mind is quintessential, like just behind M&M's is quintessential movie theater candy.
I would agree.
So
I'm fine with that.
So now that being said, where do we want to put this?
Well, you said behind M&Ms.
So you're saying it would be S tier?
I want to say it's like in A somewhere. It's definitely not S.
Okay, sure.
Nah?
That's kind of low for me. I like these a lot.
Really?
I would say. Actually, you know
Higher
what?
than value?
Seeing the competition, I'm not opposed to that.
I'll say these ones are weird because for me, I definitely know that they're in A or higher, but I don't care about where they go after that.
I kind of agree with that sentiment, Lawrence. What do you think?
Yeah, I completely agree.
Okay,
Sure, I think that's
somewhere.
fine.
All right.
Starburst.
Starburst.
If
Who-
it's the pink one, God tier. Everything
If
else.
it's the yellow one.
If it's the yellow one, shit tier. Every other color is fine. To the point where they actually just sell Starburst that is exclusively pink.
I could rank the different colors of if the colors were separate, they would have different spots on this.
1000% S tier would be pink. Now
I would say A tier would be red, and then B tier would be orange.
exactly, and then yellow tier would be D.
But
So
we gotta think of this as a whole.
we have to think of it as a whole. Now I wanna Saba, yes, Starburst not higher than M&Ms, obviously, yeah. So I wanna bring up a point, and I don't know if other people share this with me. I have difficulty unwrapping this shit because the paper just sticks to it.
I get it.
The paper sticks to it too much, and then it just rips and leaves behind like the weird like clothy papery nonsense. And I have to eat that.
Yeah,
I think it depends on how the Starburst was stored.
Right,
like,
but
how
I'm
you
saying
storing your
that
Starburst.
for me, in my experience, it's mostly been that.
I haven't for me that's the exception, not the rule. So
I'm about to say for me it's the rule, whereas normally it's the exception.
all right. Well, I'd say on the experience as a whole, mid to low B tier sounds right to me.
Low to mid. I'm okay with that. I want to put it in front of Tootsie Roll.
Sure, I could see that.
Yeah,
Lawrence, what do you
sure.
think?
No, I was about to say like somewhere
Alright,
like
then.
mid-high B tier.
I'm starting
Right there is
to
good.
pick up on our isms, so I'm trying to make good
Sure.
suggestions. All right, next up, mother loving
Gushers.
fucking
S tier.
Gushers, dude.
S tier.
They're really good.
They're
super
so good.
Now it should be noted that technically these things were taken, like they don't really make them the same way that they used to in the 90s because kids were fucking choking on the juice that got squirted out, because you would chew on the gummy, which once again it's a gummy, so it's really high for me, right? But like
Right.
kids would chew on them and then the juice would squirt out and they'd be like and then they'd like fucking die.
I've had modern Gushers. They're still good. They're still so good. They're different, but they're still so good.
I actually want to put it in front of Gummy Bear.
Yes.
I want to put it in
I was
front of Kit
gonna
Kats,
say.
but that might be heresy.
No, because Saba, I need to do Saba some justice because she's not here.
Sure. Fair enough then.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Lemon Head.
Who the fuck remembers these?
These are sour,
I kinda
obviously.
remember those.
These are sour, obviously. I want to
Yeah,
put
but-
them. I want to put them below candy cigarettes.
They're not that bad, but they're definitely
they're not like
D-tier.
fucking propaganda.
They're not propaganda tier.
They are propaganda by Big Sour.
My big sour.
I would want to put them in front of Razzles, behind 100 gram.
I would put it behind chalk.
That's pretty high. That's pretty high.
Like here?
Well, it's certainly better than marshmallow poison.
That's a good
That's
point.
That's fair. Yeah, you know what? I'm changing my. I'm
That
sticking with
makes
Lawrence
sense.
on this one.
Lawrence makes good point. All right.
Airheads S tier. It's so good.
I'm not.
I might say
not
A tier.
I'm not a super huge fan. I personally would say low B. So I
Well,
think
then we'll compromise.
I was about to say, so I
So
think based on
compromise is
that,
A
that means
tier.
it's somewhere in the middle of A.
Sure.
So where in the middle of A?
I'm fine with these being better than Jolly Ranchers.
Lawrence?
Sorry. Oh man, I keep smacking my mic.
Stop it!
Because I'm moving my hands around.
Because you're debating.
You're gesticulating at the screen.
Yeah.
If you look at this diagram here.
I wish we
Because
had
like
cameras.
I was about to say. Yeah, you wish.
I want to put this below Jolly Ranchers just because I'm thinking about it. I am getting a free candy from my from the convenience store at the summer camp that I go to.
The guy in the white unmarked van.
From the convenience store at the summer camp, the person is like, hey, you can have one Airhead or one Jolly Rancher, and I know there's a disparate size between them. I would still take the one Jolly Rancher for me.
That's fair. That's
fair.
Lawrence, how do you feel? You're okay with that?
I will compromise and say I will agree with this.
It's
just 'cause,
really
I like Sour Patches.
It's
so
really
much more,
close
but
because I could
gotta
see like an
compromise.
alternate dimension me
Wait,
with
hold up. Yeah, that's a good point because you and Adrian really like the Sour Patch Kids. So why are these ahead of Sour Patch?
Airheads
Because
can be
both
sour.
of you.
Airheads can be sour. But
I
that being,
don't
but
think
that
it's the
being
right
said,
sour
like these
for
are
me.
like Sour Patches are like part of Lawrence's culture, like Lawrence culture. Like I don't mean like
Yes.
Filipino, I mean like you.
The Lawrence culture, indeed.
So like I don't know, I could kind of see them being like here.
You're gonna put up in between the two Sour Patches.
I would prefer these over Sour Patch Kids personally.
I'm trying to think if I would. I think I would. I think I
It's-
would
it's-
too. Yeah.
Like I could
Yeah.
see an alternate dimension me with an eye patch saying the exact opposite.
Exactly.
With an eye patch.
An eye patch and a scar. All right,
Eye
moving
patch
on.
and a scar.
Twix.
Alright.
S tier.
It-
Controversial. I would
What
say
are you
S tier.
It's just worse Twix.
What?
What? Twix is worse Twix?
No, sorry, worse Kit Kat. Sorry.
Oh.
You're insane. These are better than Kit. Well, you know what?
Kit
Here,
Kat is a chocolate coated wafer, whereas Twix is chocolate coated, like
wafer plus peanut butter and caramel. Well, not peanut butter, plus caramel.
Alright, what if we put it in S tier but just below Kit Kat?
all right. Do you think these are better than Gushers?
I don't think they're better than Gushers, but I'm conceding a lot of points here.
And then I would also say that I would prefer Gummy Bears, so I am willing to put them here.
If that's what it takes to get them an S tier, sure. I
Yeah.
think they're great. I love Twix.
I'm okay with this. I think this is fine.
I like this.
All right.
Possibly one of my favorite candy bars.
Oh, and Saba
crunchy
also likes
goodness.
Twix.
Crunchy
All right.
goodness.
Nerds.
All right. Nerds.
AKA all of us.
No.
Why are you Scooby laughing at me? I don't know, B or A tier, probably. We're good.
I'd say high B tier.
I would say high B.
I think
Sure,
they're pretty
that's
good.
fine.
I want to
Tiny
put them. I
boxes
want to
too.
put them behind Dots in front of Gobstoppers.
That sounds fine.
That's yeah.
That's okay.
Okay. Milk Duds.
My nipples
So
look
my
like milk
problem
duds.
that I had with Snickers is 1 trillion times worse with Milk Duds.
I could see
You
that,
eat
yeah.
one of these and your entire mouth is shut down for
Your
hours.
entire mouth becomes an oil spill.
Exactly. Like it's unusable.
That said, they do taste pretty good though.
Exactly, but
They
the thing
do
is
taste
like
good.
give me the flavor without the fucking like engineering project
The
I have to
tidal
do.
wave.
Yeah, just like the engineering project I have to do to unclench my teeth after chewing them. You know, like so I'm willing to put them like in B, but.
Really?
Well, just because Snickers is like Snickers is double good, whereas Milk Duds, I feel like the effort that you have to put into eating them counteracts how good they are, because they are really good, I will admit.
I was gonna say low B, high C maybe for me.
Low B, high C. I'm okay
Yeah,
with that kind of.
I'm trying to figure out where in
I want to
low
put it
B
behind.
I'd
I want to
it.
put it just slightly in front of Fun Dip or behind it.
That's fair.
I would say in front of Fun Dip.
In front of Fun Dip? I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, give me one quick second. You guys start talking about Milky Way. I gotta open my window again now that it's done raining.
Oof,
Milky Way is the black sheep of these bars. I would
of
say.
the candy bars.
Next
I
to
agree with that.
Baby Ruth, it's a black sheep. I would say...
what sheep is Musketeers?
I would say Milky Way is probably like... Is it better? I think it's better than Musketeers, right?
Yeah, I'd say so. It's better than... Hold on, I'm trying to think of like the ranges. It's better than Musketeers. It's definitely lower than Snickers, and it's still a wide range.
I would say below Fun Dip B tier, personally. Bottom of B tier.
Below Fun Dip. I think I like that.
Saba puts in that it has caramel, which she very much likes.
That's fair.
Agrees with Lawrence, which is below Fun Dip. Lower than Snickers,
B-tier.
higher than Milky Way, which is
So bottom of B
higher
tier.
than Milky Way. You mean higher than Musketeers?
I want to put it. I want to put it above Fun Dip.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
I would prefer Milky Way over Fun Dip personally.
That's fair. That's
reasonable. So you prefer Milk Duds over Milky Way?
Fair enough.
That's a good point. Because once again, I don't need to get like a solvent to use my teeth again. So like that's super right, actually, Lawrence. All right.
Are you sure that your teeth aren't just easily like weak jaw muscles? Because like you with that feels like my vulnerability to Peeps, where they will poison. It's like kryptonite for me. Where I'm exposed to them for long enough, I'll lose my powers.
Adrian, do you really think that the guy who talks? Do you really think that the guy who talks incessantly for hours on end has trouble with his jaw? So these are blow pops. This is a lollipop with bubble gum in the middle.
Bad. Low C.
These are
like
100 times.
Tootsie Pops?
Yeah. Well, actually, Tootsie Pops came after. These were the original. Because these are definitely C tier for me. Because it's just like A, it's gum, and B, like why? Like why are you doing this? Just get the two different candies. Because the difference between Tootsie Roll and this is that the Tootsie Roll, it's like a natural like transition from one to the other because you're just eating both of them. Whereas with this one, you go from candy into bubble gum, which you're not supposed to fucking eat bubble gum. You're supposed to just chew it.
The only thing that I'll say these have is that they have like cool flavors, I guess.
That is true.
That's it. It's a weak strength.
I want to put it above orange slices, below bubble tape.
I'm fine with this.
I'm fine with that.
Now, we come to the one that I've actually been wanting to talk about this entire time.
Chalk?
Well, they're chalk, right? But do we include the Pez dispensers as part of this experience? Because I actually used to collect Pez dispensers. And that shit's dope.
There are some pretty cool Pez dispensers, yeah.
Because like similarly to Ring Pop and Pop Rocks and stuff like that, apparently the experience also counts. I agree that Pez themselves, not very good, but the experience of using a Pez dispenser is really great.
You know,
would you say it's like higher than chalk?
Well, maybe we can math this out. Maybe we can like algebra this.
We can do some geometry.
How good is the taste, and then how good is the experience? And let's try to like synthesize
So I think Adrian's touching on something really important here, right? Because he's talking about like mathing this out. This is literally just the same as Sweeties, maybe a little bit better because it's less chalky, more just straight up hard candy.
Right, a little better.
It's a little better. So if it was just the candy, I would put it here. Right. But we're also including the experience of using the Pez dispenser. So straight up, that's what we're trying to establish here is how much is that worth? And I would say, for me, again, I'm a little biased because I collected Pez dispensers. I would put this above Swedish Fish.
I was gonna say, I would say the experience sounds like it'd be an A or B tier, even though I didn't really hang out in that circle, but I would say maybe that averages out to total, like, low B, high C.
Which would be, like, below Sweet Tarts, kinda.
I think I will agree with it being, you said in front of Swedish Fish?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I'll agree with that. The experience is very good.
Alright. Cool.
It's like playing with a lighter before you can play with a lighter.
Kinda, yeah.
And without the fire.
Can you think of any candy where the candy itself is basically just ammunition for a toy? Isn't that weird? Like
So
there's
cool.
literally no other candy that I can think of that does that. Where it's literally like the candy that you buy is you just use it as part of the experience of playing with this toy, and it's like that's so interesting. All right, I know what these are. These are candy spots. I have never eaten these because I live in the 21st century.
These look like
Never
medicine.
seen these before.
So
They look like medicine. Yeah.
So straight up, these were invented during a time when like manufacturing was still kind of at like an early stage-ish sort of thing. And it's literally exactly what you think. It is just droplets of candy that are dried onto the paper, and then they just package up the 21st century. Thank you, Sava, for making fun of my lisp. But to be fair, I have eaten this. It's pretty good. It's a weird experience though, because you have to pluck it off the paper and then eat the little dot. And you have to do that like over and over and over again.
This sounds like a drug.
It kind of is.
Ooh.
So I want
So,
to
where would you put
put
it?
this below Razzles.
That's fine with me. I'm not attached to these at
Yeah.
all whatsoever, so.
Yeah. Because the thing is that the candy is like fine, but the way that you eat them is fucking weird, like comparatively. Like why not modernize your candy and literally just have that candy in a box that you just kind of go yeah, and you just eat a little bit. You know what I mean? Like why? All right, moving on. Mike and Ikes. They're not
fine.
bad.
I like them.
I like
them.
Mike and Ikes, but I don't think I would ever choose to eat a Mike and Ike. But if they're offered to me, sure.
What was the one that's like? Isn't there like a spicy version of Mike and Ike?
Yeah,
Is
but
there?
it's like it's more or less the same thing. In terms of like how you eat them, right? In like
Anyways,
shape. But yeah,
these are fine.
these are fine. I almost want to say like low B. Like I want to put these below Fun Dip.
If you have to think of a generic like cartoon candy, this is pretty close to what it is.
Exactly. Yeah.
I was
Like,
gonna say,
if a
mid-high B.
cartoon needs to depict a candy that comes in a box, they're emulating Mike and Ike's.
Probably, yeah.
Would
Yeah.
never purposely get it. Probably a C. I could probably see that too. But the thing is that like, even like if I stumbled across free Mike and Ike's, i.e. like it's not poisoned or something because I found it in like a parking lot, but like if I stumbled across Mike and Ike's, I wouldn't be upset. So I want to
pretty good.
I want to put it below Fun Dip in B.
I think that's fair.
I want to kind of put it higher than Fun Dip.
Just here.
I would like move it like maybe mid-high B, but I think just in front of Fun Dip would be fine for me.
Mid-high, really.
They're not that good.
I'll
I guess
put- I'll
I'll.
put- in
I
front of
figured
Fun
I would
Dip.
be being dragged down.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
Well, because the thing is that I should say that I'm not really a big fan of Fun Dip either. Because I mean, I guess this is kind of spoilers for something that we're gonna be covering later. But I hate candy that's literally just powdered sugar. Because that's not candy. That's just powdered sugar that is marketed to children. And that's kind of what Fun Dip is.
It's got the stick though, which is
right. But would you just eat the
It's
stick?
got the stick.
but
The
but
stick
it becomes
isn't even
colorful.
flavorful.
You
The
get the
stick
color.
is chalk. That's why I don't like Fun Dip.
Anyway, we're putting the Mike and Ike's there. Jelly beans. It depends on what brand, because most of the time Jelly
True.
Bean has this thing where the outside is gummy and then the inside is like kind of gooey. I don't know if you guys have experienced the same thing, but there are some brands, like not exactly high-end brands, quote unquote, but there are some brands where the whole thing is just chewy and gummy. And I'm like, dude, that's dope.
So it just depends on
It's weird because like the brand or like the variation, I feel like Jelly Beans can range anywhere from B to D for me.
That's kind of what I'm saying. So like I want to say on average, because typically the most famous brand, I can't remember its name, but it's the same one that does like the multi-flavored Harry Potter gummies.
I was about to say Jollibees, but that's a restaurant.
Yeah, that's a
Jollibees.
restaurant.
As a Filipino, I can assure you they do not sell jelly beans.
Would you eat jelly beans if Jollibees sold jelly beans?
Yes.
I've been
Then again, I might be disgusted by that.
I've been jonesing to put something in this slot for a while. I nominate this.
I could see that.
I could see that, yeah.
Right? Because, like, if you give... Like, I'm just thinking about it now, like, just another argument, right? If I have a kid and I need to give them something because they have, like, you know, because they want sugar right now, I will give them jelly beans because it's inoffensive.
That's fair. That's good. I think that's the logic stands.
Whereas we come to Whoppers. Now I am gonna say I'm gonna make a controversial suggestion.
You put them high. Hold on, let me see Whoppers. Oh,
Whoppers are good.
Whoppers are chocolate covered malt balls, and I love them. The only thing I don't like about Whoppers is that if they don't come in the box, like if you get them like individually wrapped, they usually come in like things of 2 to 4, and they're really hard to eat.
I would say that
because when I think dust. Saba, what malt balls are you eating? Malt balls are like yeah, it's like crumbly, but it's not dust. It's supposed to be crumbly. That's the idea of malt.
When I think of Whoppers, I think of the movie theater pack, so like the box there.
Yeah, which is
and
what
I would say. I could barely see these being in bottom of A tier, sure.
Barely seeing them, so you think they should be lower?
So we are in the
bottom A tier is just in my. It's just
I was about to say this is my nomination.
Like
this is where I would put it if we were not compromising. So if you guys both agree that they should be lower, that's totally fine.
Well, that's the thing, right? The bottom A tier is right around my range. Like, yeah, I'm fine with that. If they're any higher, I would maybe contest
But Lawrence
more,
wants them a little lower, so we could put them a little. We could put them a little lower. How do you like, Lawrence? How do you feel about like below dots? Below dots higher than nerds.
It's gotta be. I like it A tier.
You do like it bottom of A tier.
Yeah.
All right, we'll put it there.
Bottle caps.
Not so controversial.
Saba's going nuts in chat. I hate them.
Nuts. They're not nuts, but
all right.
Actually, these aren't bottle. What the fuck are these again?
So these are soda pop candy. I have never had them, but literally the idea is that the outside is like kind of edible, I guess. And the idea is that what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to chew off the top, and it's full of juice that tastes like soda.
This is old candy.
Oh, wait, I've had these before.
It's not old, it's like 90s.
It's definitely 90s.
Let me see. Oh my god, I looked up soda candy. Soda candy 90s?
It's alright, I guess. Well, actually, no. I can't say that because I haven't had this, so I don't know what it tastes like. But it looks like it'd be alright.
Okay, so I'm doing research on my end. It's soda pop gummies. So they're supposed to be gummies, but they do have like a juice in them.
They look okay. I don't have any opinion though.
It basically comes down to how much do you like soda. Haven't had them, but I kind of want to try them. That's interesting. I think that's valid, actually, Saba.
I mean, Lawrence, you said you've had them before. What do you think?
I've had them before. They were pretty decent. It's definitely like it's not that great, but it's like okay. That's why I'm trying to think like B or C tier.
Huh?
I have no attachment.
I like that. Bottom of B tier.
I'm okay with that, right? Because once again, I've never had them, which technically, given what we've said before, should go here, but I want to try them.
So it has that visual appeal.
Yeah, kinda. Does anyone disagree with that?
Sure, that's fine, I guess. We could also
just put it high C.
I don't know, man. I don't really care about these ones. I'm not attached.
Keep them in low B.
All right, cool. All right, so now we're gonna do the double Skittles thing. Now that being said, I have no idea what the other Skittles is. I think it's Skittles and then Skittles Sour. I am willing to put these above Dum Dum Pops in A. I don't think they're S.
Above
Skittles
Dum Dum
are
Pops?
A? Skittles are an A? Really?
I think so.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
I'd say they're a B.
They're like a high B, maybe a low A.
Okay, so how about
top
highest B?
Yeah, top B.
That seems fair.
Okay, we'll put it there. Saba's really, I think, A. Well, listen, Saba, there's technically 5 people compromising here now, so it's only gonna get more complicated.
I fucking love Laffy Taffy, dude. I love Laffy Taffy.
I like Laffy Taffy.
Laffy hurt my teeth.
They do hurt the teeth.
If it's banana Laffy Taffy, love it. Any other flavor, I'm like,
what the
fuck?
But
it makes me feel bad.
Banana's the worst one.
I don't like the banana flavor.
Shots.
Can't believe you.
I'd say B.
I want to put it. I was literally just about to say like mid B. I want to put it above Almond Joy.
It hurt my teeth.
It would be good, S in my personal list, but if I'm compromising, I would hope for high B.
If you chew on them, they inflict the trap card on you.
Kinda.
They do.
It's a trap I'm willing to walk into every single time, man.
Like Milk Duds.
All right, so is it high?
Which I don't
Milk
see.
Duds. Milk Duds are right here. They're in low B.
Oh, I fucking hate Milk Duds so
Milk
much.
Duds taste so good, but they are exactly as you describe a trap. I wanna put Laffy Taffy in between the Starburst and the Mint.
I would like to put it below the
these.
Tootsie Roll.
It's kind of interesting, right, Grant? Because like since it's been more or less 4 of us like compromising, a lot of these are really reasonable.
I would hope that Laffy Taffy's better, but
better than what?
Better than Tootsie Roll, but
is it better than
we're already down
well,
in
because keep in mind, I want Tootsie Roll in S.
Right. But I want Laffy Taffy in S, so
right.
You know, it's fine.
So like me putting it in front of you shows my humility.
It's fine.
I want to put it there though, because I will say that even if I get a little bit of paper on them, I kind of want to eat Starburst more than Laffy Taffy.
That's
What's
fair.
the next
It's
one?
weird the
Babe
paper
Ruth?
is edible in the
Babe Ruth.
Starburst. I've never. It's so weird. Anyways, I don't remember what a Babe Ruth
I
tastes
have
like,
no
not
idea
gonna
what
lie.
this is.
I don't care for it's like peanut and
I want to put it
next to
below
Musketeers.
Musketeer.
Exactly.
yeah, it's okay.
All right.
It's not great.
This is the hill I die on, gentlemen.
Gumdrops.
I want this to be an A.
I
agree. I agree.
Captain.
We did
S8?
We did it.
I mean, I would hope for low A because these are B for me, but sure, whatever.
I want high
like
A
gumdrops.
because I love gummies
They
so much.
tasty.
I want to put them here. You know what? I'll
Mid-A.
compromise with Adrian because I know Adrian's about to pop a gasket. I'm gonna put it here.
I'm not. I
okay,
wouldn't say gasket popping, but it's a little bit unsettling for me that they're so high.
I want to put them here, below Airheads,
Sure.
above Sour Patch, just because
That's
like
fine.
I would eat these. You know what? That's actually not true. I would eat it more than cookie dough.
That's fair, yeah, sure. Because
Yeah,
I'm gonna say these are inferior to gummy bears.
All
Ooh,
right.
Whoppers.
Yeah, Whoppers are an A. I really like
Whoppers
Whoppers, so
are
I fought
good.
for them. All right, next
Whoppers
up,
are poggers.
Next up is Pixie Stix.
Oh.
I am going
I
to
hate
just,
those.
I am going to hard put this right in front of the spicies. Because
You know what? Yeah, that's
it's
fair.
literally just
Fuck
slightly
Pixie Stix.
flavored sugar. It's stupid. It's not
Yes.
candy.
It's
All
so
right.
bad.
But there's the thing,
not
right?
good
It's
for your health.
less offensive than both spicy candy and propaganda.
True.
Oh, candy cigarettes, is that at the bottom?
Yes.
It's
I
a
love
propaganda
those.
tier.
We would put it. We
It
would
is
put it
propaganda
even lower.
Did
in
you
the
just say you
propaganda
love
tier.
those?
Yeah, they're fun.
What?
They're cute.
You have been in.
They taste good. They also taste good.
You are not immune to
Propaganda
propaganda, Grant.
works.
I'm not immune to
All
propaganda.
right,
I never claimed
so,
to be.
Obviously, our last nomination that we have here is going to be very controversial.
Ooh.
I want everybody to quickly take a moment, go into on air, and type what you want your nomination to be. And once everybody,
Do we say like mid, low, or high, or
yeah,
just
you can
the,
say you
the
can
tier?
say you can say mid, high, low letter. All right, 3, 2, 1, enter. I knew it.
Whoa.
I knew that I was gonna be the only one who was like, I don't like Hershey's.
Oh, Saba says low S as well.
All right, so clearly this is going either low S, high A. I would argue that it is lowest S though.
I'm fine with that.
Fair.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Everybody good?
It's
M&M's definitely
it's
better
just,
than Hershey's.
It's just pure American. It's pure God-blooded, red-blooded American chocolate.
God-blooded American.
God-blooded.
God-blooded, which is
I meant
why
to say God blessed, but yeah.
which is why it's subpar. All
God-blooded,
right.
red blessed.
So red blessed, dude. I love red blessed.